Welcome everybody to the stream. Today is the September 5th of the month, and we are here on a Sunday. Welcome in. Last stream, we were working on updating some of our mob farms to 1.18. The one we're working on most recently is the general mob farm. And we got pretty much it all completed. Gotta do some small things in order to finish it off. Welcome in everybody. Let's send out those announcements on YouTube as well as Twitter. Hopefully everyone's having a great Sunday. Hoping to be able to finish this farm today. What's left isn't too difficult. A couple things I want to look into is making sure that we're staying at mob cap. The other thing is trying to make sure that we get the majority of the items collected. And then we can see if we want to compact anything or simplify anything. Hey, we got Fear in the chat. We also got One Die. Fear says, I somehow caught a stream before it officially started. Yes, welcome in all the early birds. If you guys are hopping in the chat, make sure to check out other social links. They're there on screen. They're also one click away links down below. Make sure you also have bell notifications turned on over on my YouTube, because I do send out notifications of streams there. If you have it all the way turned on, then you shouldn't miss the announcements. I had some people said that they were missing them, but I think that would fix if you did that. We also got Rainband in the chat saying hi. We got Kenny. Tori's also in the chat. Oh, Tori, I was looking at some of the images. Think about maybe adding some more images to that background thing and maybe cutting some of them out. But yeah, that was really helpful just to give it kind of a rough start by putting those images down to kind of see which ones look good, which ones are kind of outdated or not as relevant. So I might be messaging you about that, but I really appreciate that backdrop. That's what Tori did. I don't know what we call that. Backdrop, maybe? Background thing? Very cool. Just kind of show different things that I've designed. Let's go ahead and also send an announcement over on Twitter. Those of you guys that have that. We also got Francisco in the chat saying hello. Fear says my sleep schedule is all messed up lately. Hard to catch the streams. Uh-oh. We got No HF in the chat. Send out these announcements. Okay. On Twitter and Also send it on YouTube. Awesome. Buggo Boy's in the chat. He's the one that made some of the emotes. We also got Boyad. Let's see, I added, what are the new emotes I added? I added a lot of emotes. Here's the heart one. The pulsing hearts, or the pumping hearts. Pretty cool. Yeah, let me just put down all the emotes. Should have a bot command that does this. A lot of emotes. Some are new, some are old. If you guys would like to make me an emote or something else, fan art or something, get in contact with me on my Discord. Hey, I got SRA in the chat saying hi. Dark Magic says, I think you are so underrated as a streamer. Oh, thanks. Appreciate that. You guys are always welcome to share when I'm live. You can always like retweet my messages. Let people know that I am live and streaming. Another great way to just give some support. Okay, so we sent out announcements. Music's playing. I turned on my controller. I think I could turn this off now. I'm streaming for 7 minutes. Good. Controller is working. Awesome. Cool. My audio is good, I'm guessing. Nobody's saying the audio is bad. I'm gonna try to move my mic up and stand for a bit. Is the mic still good? Let me know if it goes wonky. So last time we made this far, there's music. Can you turn it up? Let me check. It might be between two songs. That's why it's ambient. It's not like real music. It's like ambient music. I think it's just some quiet stuff right currently. I just don't want it to be like louder than me. But yeah, last time we came in, we got all the different components and working on the farm. We got the sun blocking part up here. We got the timer put in over there. We decided to go in with washing for each and every floor. Did alternate them with some redstone back here. I think if I turn this down, I think this is turned up. Turned up, it's kind of creates lag. I do got one account AFKing up here. Maybe I'll switch spots. I'll put this account. This is my alt account. Alt account there. Account I'll shove off. Whee! Okay. We also make sure Endermen don't spawn in there. We can get spiders, witches, skeletons, zombies, creepers. All that good stuff can spawn inside of it. We got the walls on the side so that spiders can even spawn on the edges. Cat48 coming in, say hello. Also got Dark Blaze in the chat. That's so many mobs. Yeah, I don't think it's at mob cap either. Putting it in totems in shulkers. from your farm to sell on my server. That is awesome. That's a lot of totems then. Hey, Ilio. Got one of our stream moderators in the chat. You use Tweakaroo or Light Mac? No, we're playing the snapshots often, so it doesn't really help me there. How do you get the green sword? Green swords are for people who help with the chat. You get moderator, stream moderator status. But yeah, I mean, the farm looks pretty good already, but I said, I think this is my main account, yeah. So we're not even close to cap. Like I said, we're sitting between around 40 mobs. We should be around 70. So definitely can improve it. Looks like we just need to put in more spawning platforms to get to cap. We even got, I guess we got low enough that we even got slimes down here. One thing, let's see. Are any of you guys despawning? It's so hard to tell. Actually, I think they're dying and despawning at the same time. It's pretty crazy. Which is actually pretty good because, that's actually kind of strange too. Dying and despawning. Actually, no, I don't think they should. I think they're just hitting. I don't know why. It does seem like there's quite a bit desynced. Because there is a death animation. The death animation, the mob is technically still there. And that's one of the reasons why if you push like the mobs into like another portal, you could avoid that death animation, so you can make the farm a little bit faster. That's funny. I mean, that slime obviously, like, he would have split or whatever. It does produce particles, which is kind of funny. We can see we're getting items over on this edge here. Chest must be full. Anything else I need to pay attention to? I think I want to do is move the player down, because the way that the mobs are despawning, I guess I can just like this. Wow, oh, it does look different. Really? Are all mobs actually hitting? Or it looks very different. Why is it so different? No. I mean, I understand like this, like these guys, they missed it. That's what we have to fix. But why do they look like they're dying? If they're not getting remotely close to it, it looks like they're dying. And it only has to do with me. I'm guessing it's a game. It's probably because they have so much momentum. The game's trying to despawn them because it's like trying to figure out where they're at. And it thinks like, oh, they're going so fast, they're gonna leave the sphere around the player, and they're gonna despawn. But they're still hitting the snow, still dropping loot. I mean, that's good. If we don't have to deal with their death animations, I don't understand why. Because I'm pretty sure the player is low. Pretty sure our player is I say low enough or high enough. I'm pretty sure he's low enough that these guys should get a little bit further downwards before they despawn. I know they're obviously not despawning above water snow. I don't know. It's weird stuff like this, which I always look into. And then I usually find something more interesting. Hey Vision, got Vision chat. I also got Finity. Literally advertising his stream right now. Make sure not to advertise in other streamers' streams because that's against Twitch rules. How are mobs dying from? Yeah, I think it's just momentum. I think they're just moving so fast that momentum is making it so that the game is just letting them die before they despawn. But I mean, the one thing I want to fix is mobs from getting shoved over the edge. Like once in a while, a mob gets shoved over this way. Yeah, like creeper got by. What would typically happen is those mobs would just they would just despawn. But that means we're losing loot. So first thing I want to do is I think we just want to add add some more snow over here. Okay, now let's see. I feel like some might get past that still, because some are getting pushed out really far. Oh, that creeper actually went in between the snow layers. Ooh, I did not know that would occur. Let's see if we can watch it again. Okay, that guy got pushed out. Yeah, that guy was like kind of right between it. Or did they fall from a different... I think they might have fell on the edge of it or something, so they didn't take the damage. Maybe it isn't gonna work out. No, they're like kind of right in between the two layers. MLG, well, only at certain heights. We try to do this we're just trying to see which mobs get past powder snow. I initially thought they were just getting pushed out of it, but I think they're just getting pushed in between the two layers. I think if right in between it, they don't seem to damage. Like those guys, they fell into it, but they didn't. Very tricky to pay attention. I don't know if it's a certain height or something, because like once in a while we'll just get a whole bunch of these guys that get through. Seems like it's on this side. Maybe it's in the middle. Okay, that creeper got pushed out. I always have to watch that slow mode. I'm not sure what's causing that. What do you do with your Gordy points? You can check it out by looking down below. What do you use at the end of the trapdoor activating? End of the trapdoor activating. Like this thing here? Got pistons in it currently. Might switch out with torches. Can't quite figure out what's going on here. Wonder, does it have to do anything with the water right there? I wouldn't think so. Oh, was one of these burning? How would one be burning, by the way? Or did I forget to put this one in? I don't think anything, nothing should really be burning. I mean, it looks really nice when you do this. I just watch loot come falling out of it. But if we're losing mobs, then they're just despawning. Then it's just mobs that we're losing. What's killing the mobs? Fall damage. They're hitting top of snow with so much momentum that they're not getting the slow effect from it. I'm kind of curious why some go right through. Like this guy went right through. Was it because he fell between a couple pieces of powder snow? It even happens right in the middle. Hello, H2W. Also, Kirelli. I mean, look at me getting through now. Strange. Fills up pretty fast. I wonder what happens if you add another layer of powder snow to this. The mobs keep pushing me around. More layers. Stop it all? I think witches would survive that. No. What is making it melt too? Right? Like this piece just melted, right? I don't think I removed that piece. Maybe somebody get a clip of that and post it on my Discord. I'm pretty sure that powder snow piece just melted. Touch top when the game checks they are already through. Maybe it's when the game calculates it. Probably the same thing why it looks like this. Oh, this time I'm actually hitting it. Okay. Maybe because the other one was a little further away. Is it different because you're in creative or spectator? Um, sort of, but not really. If I load this bottom, then they don't despawn. If I go into spectator, then they will despawn because the player is AFKing is actually way up there. That's where you typically would be. AFKing is high up in the air. I'm just trying to see if powder snow is consistent enough to even use. If it's not, then we're gonna have to use probably rails. Well, we could still use this, but I just feel like there's too many mobs to get through. It wouldn't make it. I wouldn't think it'd make it feasible enough. And powder snow is expensive, but 1 to 18 is gonna be cheaper. Oh, 13 pumpkins together. Ooh, nice. Will the biome weather affect the farm? Biome weather. You mean just rain? I think rain and thunder and all that stuff really have. I mean, there's a big overhang, so there's like no lightning should hit these guys or anything like that. Yeah, it might just be how it calculates them falling or speed or something. And some can get through. It's not like all mobs that come from the same height get through. Like only some mobs get right there. How did that powder snow vanish? Can somebody get a clip of that? Yeah, how did the snow melt? Right, nothing should be on fire. That's the only way it should melt, right? Oh, well that one was on fire. Why was he on fire? What? Why was he on fire? Oh, okay, it might... There might be a little... Might be a bug when we use that program. Actually, what the heck was that? Is that just the water clipping through? Might be... Maybe when I built this thing using amulet, maybe they let some sky through somehow. I don't know. Something suspicious going on. Couple of weird things happening. We've pushed a few surviving mobs into powder snow or lava. Yeah, I definitely seen that skeleton was on fire. Flame bow, yeah, but they wouldn't be shooting. There's no reason for them to be shooting. It's either they thought they were in sky access. Why does it say sky access 15 here? Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, it does say sky access 15. What about you guys? Oh yeah. That must be the program because I mean there's clearly blocks above us. Okay. I think we figured out the problem. I think it's just the program I used to be filled in this area. Make a video on a fast item collection system. What do you mean by item collection system? I mean just water? I don't water streams? But if I make it air, I think if I replace it again, then no, the question is, does that actually fix light problem? Oh, it's down here. Um, yeah, I don't know why. The downsides of using third-party programs. I still think there's a bunch of light over here. Vanishes right about here. Oh, wait. No. I was thinking maybe they got through because what can happen is if mobs take damage and they can't take damage again. So if they took like fire damage and then they hit this, they technically wouldn't take damage again, right? Then they'd fall right through it. Actually, I think that only applies if the damage is less. I think if the damage is greater, then it would take damage. Either way, we still got creepers going through. Creepers don't burn in the daylight, so I know it's not that. How can I fix this light problem? Kind of annoying. Why? Why is it so weird? Because right now it says there's sky light coming down. If I go upwards, it will switch right in here. It switches, yeah. Oh. I should probably fix that because I might be affecting it. I'm not too sure. Hey, wait, let's go up. Maybe you can fix it by placing light right where it thinks it's at. "13 skylight." I think it's right here. I think it's over here. Where is it? Hmm. Chasing light. Hey Sid, it says how you doing? There. You're connected to a server. Oh, log back into the world again, log back out. Thing is, like, logging in and out a lot. Could work though. Thanks everybody coming in with those follows, really appreciate it. If you guys haven't already, make sure to hit the follow button just underneath the stream. Doesn't cost you anything, and it will really help out. Now the light's still here. Can't quite tell where it thinks it's at though. Let's just fill in this whole area. Do F3 plus I. Hey, Blue Dagger. Happened to you in single player, really? I thought it was just because I use program to place in blocks. So, fill from there, there. What position I load? Oh, I've got the negative sign. Accidentally cut off that negative sign. There, and then we fill this in back with air. Now, is it gone or not? Hey, Ice Boy. There's still some of it. What the heck is this? You're not burning. Oh, I guess that's normal amount. No. There's some over here? Oh, this is so weird. Okay, at least they don't burn. Oh, one of them does burn. Shoot. Okay, I don't think no mob should be over here. Hope that wasn't... Well, I actually hope that was what caused it, but I don't think it is. It's happened to creepers as well. The creeper coming in the chat. How many subs do you have on YouTube? Yeah, there it is. Log said it right there in the chat. Hey, Myrna. Yeah, that's really strange. So, I think another thing I want to do is probably widen this up, widen this by 1. So that we can get more of the items. Some of the items were not being picked up. So, Let's see, I want to clone it. We need to go down here. Come from there. And we'll put the new clone right here. Oh, gotta change some things. Okay, we want to filter, mask. I think we just want to replace force. I think that's what we want. Yes. So now we made it whiter by cloning it. Good. Oh, they're still burning over on this side though. I didn't fill in this side. Still got problem with them falling through. Falling through. Kind of curious. I think it's just how the game calculates them falling. Okay, that's more mobs spawning. Well, they shouldn't burn. See if any go right through it. This? I can tell, it looked like he almost went through it, but then it despawned. Should despawn because I am here. I don't know, for the most part, they're not getting through, but we did see a lot of, last time we seen a lot of creepers get through. And we know creepers don't burn. Other than that, it really didn't change anything. These guys look like they got pushed to the sides. I'm looking for ones that went right through the snow. Hmm. Kind of strange. We're not seeing it now. I wonder if they're not hitting the first layer, but they're hitting the second layer. But why would it be any different than last time? Last time I had 2 layers too. No, there's a baby that's stuck in the water stream. Water stream's not for the mobs anyways. Make the snow wider? Yeah, I could do that. There's just a couple getting pushed a little further. So far, I don't think we didn't have any guy that go right through the snow, did we? That's weird, because I don't feel like we changed that much. All I did is I tried to fix the light problem. That's pretty much all I did. How do you get raise points? Just by participating in stream. Oh, did the zombie get through? Or did he get pushed by that spider inwards? Wasn't really paying attention. That zombie got pushed out. Spider's out. Those guys are out. Don't know where the baby came from. I mean, it is a lot of powdered snow. So 1 to 18, not too difficult to get. Stuff still don't stack, so I mean, think about it. You'd have to carry around, like it don't stack, so you have to carry around a whole bunch of it. You have to go out and grab a whole bunch of it. You need like a shulker box full or something crazy. I mean, you need a lot, even probably more than shulker box. I don't see any mobs going through. Maybe that baby zombie went through. I think it's kind of crazy that the spiders actually get past. Because the spiders are a little bit wider. You wouldn't think they'd be able to miss the powder snow. You have a powder snow farm? Yeah, I mean, you can use my powder snow farm. But even that's a lot of time and effort. All I did is try to make this farm cheap. Shulker farm. Well, I mean, if I'm designing this for early game, you can't expect people to have like iron to make cauldrons or shulkers to carry stuff, or a bunch of buckets to carry powder snow. Hey bro, yo. You guys know what's going on, check the title. The rest of these mobs just came from the edges, I think. Skeleton? I don't know where he came from. Oh, did that witch get through? Maybe because somebody clipped that, how that witch got through. It might be one of those things where it's just not really worth it. Like really close to being good, but it's not that good. Alternative is to use upper mine carts and a rail. Well, that takes quite a bit to keep up with something like this. What if the powder snow does have hitbox like honey? If it falls through, like, yeah, if it don't get hurt. Yeah, we could drop bombs inside. Oh, post the clip on my Discord. There's a channel for clips. The bot doesn't like the links are posted. Unless you're a subscriber. The Prime second link isn't working. Which link isn't working, Rain? What's the reason for the stream controller layover? So you guys can see me play. I think people would already have never possible something like that happened. We're talking about Dark Blaze. I think I just survived the fall damage. Oh, yeah. That's true. We added one layer on top. So now they have to fall further, which we didn't raise the farm up. Okay, that makes sense. Thanks for looking into that, nobody. Or newbie. Okay, yeah. I don't understand how we didn't like change anything about the farm. All of a sudden, mobs aren't getting through. Unless the mobs are falling through the same holes the other mobs are burning into the powder snow. I mean, the mobs that are getting through are just ones that are going on the side. Whoa!
What's up, dude? Love your vids. Keep it up, man.
Bad Wolf 100 coming in with a $5 donation. That's insane, man. Thanks so much, Bad Wolf. Really appreciate it. Saying, what's up, dude? Love your vids. Keep it up, man. Really appreciate it. Thanks for the support. Going good. Hope you're doing well. They're Bad Wolf. We're currently updating my general mob farm for 1.18. We're also trying some of the new stuff like powder snow, waterlogged trapdoors, and stuff like that. See if we can improve upon it. And Adrain coming in with the 10 biddies saying good afternoon. Welcome in. So the nice thing is, if you AFK on top, it would be like this. The mobs would just despawn if they missed. But I'm trying to keep as many mobs as possible. So I'm trying not to lose mobs in the first place. They're getting pushed out over here, which is kind of annoying. I think it has to do with them other mobs pushing them, kind of. Maybe because they're coming from the top and getting kind of pushed. Oh, I should be standing there. Seven biddies from Rainben. That seems good. Must just be a few mobs pushing each other, kind of like this big glob, maybe. This rarely happens. It's probably spiders pushing stuff. The spiders are so big, they have a tendency of kind of using the large hitbox to push stuff. I mean, it looks really pretty from this angle. So we need to raise the farm up by one. Unfortunately, I think we have to add in another layer of powder snow here. Like, know how expensive this is? I need to add 2 layers. Yeah, I think it was the momentum. They're just moving so fast that they weren't thinking that they hit the powder snow. So then with 2 of them, they think they hit the second one. So it should be a little bit better now. Once I should get a mob that falls out on this side. But the majority of the extra mobs are falling out on this side. Probably will need double layered on that side as well. So that guy got pushed that direction, which is kind of strange because that can only happen once he's beyond this point over here. Maybe we could just stick 1 powder snow on the edges here. Because it's like kind of rare that they go this direction, so maybe it would be less likely that they actually need that. I think how much powder snow that is. That's 32 times what, 6? So that's like 200. What's clicks per second when you use your controller? I'm not sure. Use campfires? So the idea of using powder snow is that you wouldn't have to have a second system to pick the items up. Stop spiders from spawning on top layers. Well, that makes the farm more complicated to design and to build for survival players. Plus, people also want spider loot, probably. I mean, I personally wouldn't want spider loot just because you get from bartering. Like, this is why I don't even build general mob farms, because just build a raid farm and bartering, and you get gunpowder from the witches or raid farm. They don't need creepers. You don't need zombies because you get flesh from the zombified piglins in a bartering farm. You don't need witch loot from a general farm because you get those from the witch farm. You don't need spiders because you get string from the spider farm. Skeletons, I think just build a wither skeleton farm. Like my simple wither skeleton farm. But some people like this farm because it kind of gives all those without having 3 farms. I feel like eventually you'd build like a witch farm or raid farm. And bartering is just so OP. Make a catch shoot to stop the mobs. Yeah, I thought about that. We'd have to put like a wall way up there, but then the whole wall itself is going to be like you're going to have to place in a whole bunch of blocks to try to divert them. I think the spiders could try to climb it. These are going to take you a bunch of blocks placed above, or it's going to take you blocks placed below. Yeah, it's cheaper not to make a chute. The downside is, oh, that zombie did get through. He probably got through the thinner spot. I'm not sure. The downside is, yeah, takes you less blocks up there, but more blocks down here. That spider got through. Any items get through? Got a couple items over here that got out there. A couple items on that side that also got out. Try to minimize hoppers, but it's gonna cost more powder snow. Yeah, I just don't see them changing powder snow. It's so useful, but so clunky to carry around. You said it takes like 200 for this farm? If it takes 200, that means... What does that mean? How many inventories is that? Yeah, it'd just be like your whole inventory just full of powder snow. Unless you're in a snow biome. I mean, unless you're like right beside the powder snow. Slabs. Yeah, the problem is powder snow is really unique. Where the mobs can die on top and items can fall through. Easy to place layer after layer of a chute. Even if I put a chute in, is that going to... Maybe it could reduce the powder snow by some. Maybe you could disable the farm and then flush all the items. Yeah, you could do that. Then you would need a system that connects the bottom killing chamber here with the top chamber. You need 10 shulker boxes? A shulker box is 27, right? It's like 30. There'd be like a shulker box for each one of these rows about. You need at least 6 shulker boxes. That seems like a lot. Then think about all those buckets that we need too. Improvement upon the shoot idea? Yeah, those are good ideas. They also come with their downsides. How Problem with the chute is the bigger you make the farm, the bigger the chute also has to be. And it works so well with spiders. Spiders, you make it bigger. I think they would catch on the opposite side. I think I tried that before. One thing you can do is you can have two of these farms kind of pointing towards each other, so then you can use the opposite side as kind of a chute, but then mobs can also catch on the ledges. The other downside to that is they still, once they get past this edge here, sometimes they still get pushed over this direction and fall. Which I think we'd end up making it the same size it is. Yeah, I think it would still end up being the same size. I could put like a little water system here. Like all the mobs would come off of this and wash them more to the center, then drop them again. That would probably be the cheapest. Want to reduce powder snow usage. I think that would be the way to go. It's more times. We're not even close to mob cap. So I shouldn't be too concerned about slowing them down. It would make them die slower, which is the main negative to mob farms in general. You have to just wait for the mobs to die. Magma floor, a few hopper minecarts. Yeah, the hopper minecarts is something I was trying to avoid. Early game, lots easier to get like 100 more redstone. We say 40 redstone? Or redstone torches than to get buckets of powder stone. That's true. This is how mob farms are going to look like. Mostly just try to avoid light. And it depends what you're trying to go for, early game or not. Lava to cook the chickens. Look at a mobs drop and then push another portal. Yeah, try to avoid nether portals because you'll play on servers and servers mess up nether portals. I've already designed tons of nether portal farms in the past. I might design some more in the future. Make a barrier to stop them. I think if I put a wall there, I think the spiders might catch onto the wall. When the 17 mobs don't despawn properly, a temporary fix wipe all despawn mobs. You might need to turn your render distance up. I think you need like 12. Yeah, the thing is, like, you don't matter where you put the wall, it's always going to be kind of problematic. Is there a tutorial on this? Not yet. I just designed it last couple days. I don't think we're going to go... the wall thing is going to be kind of annoying, because you're going to have to put a wall... we can just put in a wall and just see. I think the spiders will catch onto it. I've tried this before in my last one. So, well, we could try it. Spiders are kind of nasty guys. There's actually plenty of room for spiders. Okay, so I just put in a whole bunch of walls just to see what happened. See if any spiders catch onto it. Look like they're not catching onto it. So this wall itself is too wide, right? To make it smaller, can spiders get through? Where's the spider? We need one. Hurts my frame leg, but it should be fine. Or server leg. Can they get through there? Push! No. Can't get through there. Okay. That's about as big as I have to make it. So far no spiders caught onto it. The other problem is like, still doesn't stop mobs from getting pushed. Once they get past the wall, they can still get pushed this direction. So in the end we'd have to make it too wide. We'd have to make it too wide like it is now. Plus we'd have to add one extra piece on the edge, because they could get pushed this direction. Plus we'd have to add another piece on this edge, because it could get pushed this way. So in the end we're with the exact same shape as we started. But we didn't gain anything. Maybe a fence? I think spiders are 2 meters wide, right? Are they 2 meters? Okay, they're less than 2 meters. Or about 1.5 meters, I guess. So it had to be something that's half a meter, which there's nothing really in the game that's like that except for like mob heads. Now panes of glass wouldn't work. Not unless there are less than 2.5 blocks. If they're less than it might work. Spider's being so patient. Okay, yeah, they are less. So you could put in glass, but glass is expensive. So is iron bars. Trying to think what else is like this. Chain is slightly bigger, but that's expensive. Woody farming, check the title. Have a good one, Dark Blaze. How long will be streaming? For at least 2 hours. Another hour from here, at least. Cat Kid, I'm going to meet you. Using the voice call, tapping his keyboard. I'd rather have 10 stacks of iron glass than 200 buckets of snow. For me, I feel like they're both pretty bad. The trapdoors would be a little bit wider. I mean, they would work, but then you have to place a whole bunch of trapdoors and you have to open them all up. I don't think it's really worth it. And we would pretty much just be saving. We potentially would be saving this layer of powder snow, or maybe this one too. I think it's better just to put in a water system to get them all into one area. think maybe that's what we'll do. Because we're not at mob cap, so we might as well take a little bit of time. Push the mobs into a smaller area and then drop them. Okay, let's turn that off. Oh. Fence gates are pretty expensive. Let's try and put a whole wall of them in. It's really not saving us that much powder snow. I don't really think this is doing anything. It had to be smaller, like I said. We can look into... I don't know what other blocks we gotta choose from that are similar. Mostly just panes, iron bars, chains. Can't really think of anything else. Can hop on over there. I don't think this wall is helping us. Let's remove that. You know, if we have to, we can just lose a few mobs off the edge. Hey, Alpha Wolf. If you put a chest inside of slab on the last block or something, then walls. Chest inside of slab? Oh. I guess I didn't see what you said. Because of the snow, not a lot of people outside of technical players are going to build it, I think. Yeah, let's try and minimize the amount of snow. Want to learn about the controller? Do exclamation mark controller. Hello, large. Yeah, we're actually in the slime trunk, which is kind of funny. How much snow is currently in the build? I think I said around 200, which is something I'm trying to avoid. It's really cool stuff. It's just not easy to get in survival, not easy to move around. I like the last slab of spawning floor, replacing with something that the spider would fit in together with walls, chest. They fit in with what we said, like glass bars. The thing is, like, oh, sorry, I'm not on this page. You're saying like just put the wall on this side, on this bottom layer here. I think the stuff from above will fall on top of the wall too, and then it just gets stuck there. They have boots on, they'll die just as well. They have feather falling boots. They may survive it, but it'd have to be pretty good feather falling boots. Plus, they'd have that protection armor probably. Just because it's the fall distance for witches. Well, actually, I had to move it far up by one, but it's supposed to be. I didn't mean to add columns. How do you have 190 hours? Oh, 190 hours of watch time. If you guys just AFK, get it? Is this on hard difficulty? I think it's on normal difficulty. I usually try to design farms for normal difficulty. Because it just has to assume everybody, majority of people play. But it would also work on hard. There's not much difference between normal and hard. I think you're more likely to get like the regen, the spiders with the potion effects. So let's put it in the water system. I don't know how it's gonna go. The idea is just to drop them in water, scoot them into the center, and then drop them again. That would be really cheap because like water is really cheap, building blocks are cheap. Then we can just have like a couple blocks of snow at the very bottom. I feel like I did something similar to this. I think in my spider jockey farm, I did something where I pushed them to the center, something like that. That's how I had sorters and stuff. It was really messed up. But let's grab. Not exactly sure how to do this. Might need to stop them from spawning. I don't want the spiders to get out, but I want to drop them in some water here, then wash them to the center, and then drop them again. How bad are spiders at climbing out? Okay, let's stop the mob spawning. I'm just gonna turn my other account into spectator. Done. You done? Oh, they're spawning because of me. Oh, I guess I do have to turn it off. Okay. Just far enough away that they're spawning. So we drop them down a little bit. That way they wouldn't hop back in here again. Or could we put it like this? My only concern is like mobs were like, oh, I want to hop back in here. So maybe we should drop them down. One thing I'll probably do is also slow down the farm a little bit too. Because at some point it's not worth just keep... Well... Yeah, it depends. Wash them to the center hole instead of one edge. Yeah, that's what we're doing right now. Yeah, I was hoping just to use like 4 powder snow. Might be... might be slightly more than 4 powder snow just because we might have to do the double thick thing again. I'm just afraid like spiders are gonna land on this or something. You know those spiders. They seem to find places to climb and keep everything. You shouldn't need to slow down the farm. Well, I was thinking that maybe instead of just constantly flushing, maybe give a little bit more time for it to fill up with mobs. Oh! I just had another idea. What if we put slabs in here, then the water... I think they would still try to hop up here, but they just wouldn't be able to. Nice thing is spiders would catch underneath. Nah, yeah. This way, spiders try to go back, they're technically gonna get caught underneath this edge here. I don't know. It's hard to kind of guess what the mobs are gonna do. I guess I could use the fill command. Mm-hmm. So you don't need trapdoors. Can you place dripstone on the powder snow? No, you can't. We did try that earlier. Well, a couple months ago. Well, let's see how the water works. I'm not sure if we want to dare step the water or if we want to... Holy muggers! What? Santo coming in with 5 gifted subs to the community. That is insane, man. Thank you so much, Santo. Really appreciate that. The Walker King got a sub. Tom Dresden got one. So did Sebastian. Sebastian got one. Peculiar got one. So did Deva Dad. Make sure to thank S4 for those gifted subs. Oh, that was insane. Can we get some hype in the chat, guys? Throw down some emotes that you guys have. Give some hype to S4 for all the gifted subs to the community. If you guys got a sub, make sure to thank him. As always, if gifted subs work just like every other sub, you get access to all the goodies, including sub server, special roles on my Discord, access to all the badges and emotes and all that good stuff. You can check all your goodies out by doing !sub. There's a document covering all that. Thanks so much, man. There's some emotes. Much appreciated. Let's see how this water's gonna do. Let's see how the water's gonna do. That water gets us this far. That water gets it that far. If I had one more water... I should do the banner thing. Put the water on top. I think that should also work. Oh, okay. Funny how the water connects up right there. Then it goes away when that water goes away. I'm not on the test server. We were there, and then I moved everything over here. Hello, Isjer. One down. Not sure if that will work or not. We'll see. If we have fly machine, we're trying to avoid complicated stuff. Ah, this is kind of funny. So each of these are like, okay, it's like 15, I think it's 15 blocks on that side, 15 blocks on that side. Water, like water is usually 8 blocks, right? There's 2 of them, it'd be 16. So you think it'd be perfectly about here in the center. But it's slightly different comes out slightly different. Okay, so the center is odd numbered, so the center is gonna be here. Let's mark the center and let's work backwards. 2, 4, 6, 8 is there. So if we have banners here and here, here and there. That should get us to the center. Or wait, yeah, that gets us pretty close to center. Okay, and then this one will start here. 2, 4, 6. Let me place water on top of those. That way we don't have to put anything in the middle to hold the water back. So it's not quite even, but 2-block hole. So now should take quite a bit less powder snow. Spiders might get stuck. They might. Because the thing is, mobs are going to push from opposite sides, and the game does not like that. You're going to cut the rates a bit? Well, we're not at max cap anyways. We might actually get close to cap now. The signs under the water. Signs under the last water. Why did spiders have enough space? Oh, you're talking about in here? Yeah, if we have problems, we can try some things. With rates of farm, we're not sure yet. It would just be like rates would be, if we could get them at cap, it'd be pretty good. Get them all the way up to the mob cap. Let's go ahead and my player back into creative. And also turn on mob spawning. Oh, let's see. See if they start fighting each other. That spider, one spider climbed out. That's another thing. They get pushed over though, they're gonna end up on top of the walls. Especially spiders, they're quite wide. Not pushing too much. How are we sitting cap wise? Yeah, we're sitting at mob cap. So it's definitely slowed up a lot. How did that mob die? Well, maybe it's a spider. Pretty close to cap. You might want to make the water one more wider. Problem is, as the mobs fall, they can also push each other away. If we start taking away some of the powder snow, I don't know which ones we can take away. By these, they are getting pushed out. Some are getting pushed out quite far. Well, I guess we're missing our layers on this side. Maybe we'd still need to have layers, or we'd have to put in like walls or something. Okay. We do have to lower it for the witches. Why don't you just have them fall directly to their death? That's what we had before. Took a lot of powder snow. How do you hook up a controller? Do exclamation mark controller. For mobs, the cause of the farm is pretty low down. That's true. The farm is, this is the bottom of the world there. Yeah, typically you'd build this over ocean. So we had a few spiders get through. Did they get to the corners? Oh. Hey, how did they get through that? Okay. Yeah, they're getting pushed out, but that one went like right through it. Jeez, how this? Oh, the jump off the edges. Okay. Yeah, I definitely have a spider buildup. Okay, I think we should add a little bit bigger for the spiders. They do still try to float on top. We'll see how that goes. I also want to make it a little bit wider. I think we'll just have to make it wider too because there's just way too many spiders on the sides. Powder snow, so they fall and die and the items go through. We don't need to have like a clock there or anything. Any pistons to sweep them off or anything. Yeah, the spider's going through. They're still kind of fighting it. Once they do get through, they get like shoved way off to the side. Think about it, it's like such a small area. I mean, you could just come in with hoppers. You wouldn't even have to do powder stuff if you don't want to. Wouldn't be that much more hoppers. Make the whole 3x3. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to add one more on. We're just getting too many spiders on the sides. I don't think having the water like this actually helped much for spiders. They still tend to float until they get to the center. How are we doing with mob cap? Yeah, we're staying at mob cap. It really slowed them down. Only creepers sink. Well, dead mobs should sink. Undead mobs. You can see how the spiders are kind of like just floating on top of it. How is it so efficient? Players AFK way up in the air. farm is relatively low down. Like that's pretty much a bottom of the world down there. Yeah, I would probably want to move it up to make it like a real life scenario. I mean, you could build it like this. Let me see. Could you build it like this? Well, not really. Ocean level's at 60. Yeah, pretty much this whole thing would be underneath the ground. It is possible for you to build all this above it and then build the drop chute into the water. But in 1.18, it sounds like they're gonna make it so that mob spawning is the same throughout Y levels. And that's the whole point, is that you can make a farm a little bit different because of that. You don't need to make an entire perimeter, you just need to be able to fit this thing into the ground. Which I probably wouldn't do anyways. I would just say build it above the ocean, because 1.18 they're probably going to change mob spawning. Sounds like they want to do that, and they're just going to wait towards the end to implement it. But let's make it wider. We definitely know we needed that. We'll clone from there to here. And then we'll stand here. And we'll paste her in. Oh, gotta do the whole place, horse, like that. Now we'll see how many spiders end up on top of it. Hey, scared of chairs. Yeah, they revert their changes, but it's not like they're going to come back with them again, because that's what they really want to do, is to make it consistent for people to be able to have similar amount of mobs spawning on top of mountains versus caves. Place full blocks above the walls. Well, they might land on top of it. I wasn't really paying attention. Were they climbing on it, or were they falling on it? Let's watch it for a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. There's still quite a few of the guys that build up there. Hearthstone's melt because of flaming zombies. Oh. Yeah, that's some kind of bug. Yeah, the flaming mobs do burn the Hearthstone, but it shouldn't be that way. They got blocks above them. Just glitched out. I wasn't really paying attention. Was the The spiders coming from... They just climb up the sides, or did they... There's a spider jockey. Oh yeah, I said we might want to make this side a little bit... a little bit wider as well. I think that would help a lot, just making it wider there. Might just come in and just place in hoppers. Because at this point it's... I don't know, it's kind of tricky. You don't know, not that many hoppers. It's also quite a bit of powder snow. What's more expensive, powder snow or hoppers? I feel like hoppers are much cheaper than powder snow. But they have glowing effect, just so you can see them. It's actually from that farm over there, but... There's another jockey. Yeah, that really helped. I think just making it wider actually helped, at least with the clogging. What are these guys doing? I don't quite understand. One thing we can do is we can actually make this wall kind of like really short, or we can make it just non-existent. I don't know if mob would they push themselves out of it? I feel like they wouldn't. Kind of funny how that works. They wouldn't climb up there in the first place, then maybe... Maybe we could avoid it. Oh, the higher wire is pushing them out? Okay. Oh, how's this working? Oh, they do get kind of pushed to the edges. Another jockey? What the heck? Is that like a 5% chance? Like it's... Is it 5% chance? Jockeys, or is it 1%? I always forget. There seems to be an end-all solution. And now the mobs kind of get pushed out too. Gotta be careful about these ends here. Mobs get caught behind it. So if I place blocks here, it actually makes this wall thicker and the mobs can catch on this edge here. Maybe, because spiders are greater than half block tall. Maybe you can do something like that. Oh, this guy, I'm pretty sure this guy landed right on top of it. Yeah, these guys are getting pushed off the side. Not as nice as I wanted. Do you watch Hermitcraft? Yeah. Otherwise, I was up to some type of shenanigans. Could just make it one wider. Pretty much sitting at mob cap. Which means the mobs got slowed down quite a bit. Before we were sitting at about half mob cap. Who's your favorite hermit? Started watching Hermitcraft through Biffa, but he's not Hermitcraft anymore. I feel like we definitely need a wall. But, maybe we'll just make it wider. Oh, I think wider would probably solve some of our problems. Whole spider thing. Whole spider thing. We'll make it one wider, and then we'll see if we have spider problems. Okay. Now we'll clone it. Okay, just a little bit too low. We'll try it again. Okay. I think we got it. It's now 4 wide. The spider's inside the wall. Floating banner. Four wide. Let's get rid of this spider. So they're flowing a lot better now. Oh, let's go and spectators will actually spawn. Might have to make this killing chamber a little bit bigger down there now. Imagine if you have creepers that are riding spiders, like creeper spider jockeys. Most of them are hitting the platform. We do have the lower one, I think. For witches. We could have a water stream. Small enough we could have water stream reach a whole thing now. Well, we kind of good on this. We still got some spiders riding on top of this. Is it the water? Yeah, it might be the water. Could put those blocks on top of it, prevent them from climbing up there. Okay, let's watch spiders. Slimes. Kind of funny to see a slime inside the farm. How are we doing with mob cap? It sped up a little bit, around 50. We could add more layers. Anything else I need to tweak? Yeah, it's only at 50, so it did speed up a bit. Giving them more room made a big difference. We might come in with the staircase water, maybe. So far, no spiders hopping on the edges. "1:30 a.m. for you," says IOG. But when I start thinking about going to bed, there's our jockey. Better jockey. Comes a witch. I think we have to lower down one more for witches. My D spot actually. Looks good. Oh yeah, we got some mobs fall right through the hole. Funny. Okay, we haven't seen any spiders escape. Oh, we got our slime coming through. Here's a few spiders, because this spider got up on the edge. Did anybody see how he got there? Maybe somebody could clip that. Check back in the clip history, see how he got there. Or if he climbed, or if he fell on it. He might have fell on it. Could add more walls here. They don't get pushed onto it. If they fall on it, they fall on it. They can get pushed up pretty far. Water stream. Okay, well that should stop the water stream. It's floating on top of the water. Good eyes. That should stop it there, because they can't fit through half a block. Could also change the water. We could also stair step it. Actually, it's not a bad idea, because build the water up by one over here. Then drop down. And then the spider could still end up on top. Yeah. Humph, 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 humph. Stair step it, we could avoid doing this water shenanigans. I wonder if spiders would get stuck on top of it. What biome is this? This is a super flat world, so it defaults to plains. Doesn't matter. I mean, you can avoid some zombie types by building in a desert. Because the game would try to put husk in and it can't put husk in. Also a slime trunk apparently. Because it tells you how low we are pretty low. Big slimes are below Y level 40. That's the next thing, like people don't always need a farm that gets up to mob cap. I guess we're gonna close mob cap now. It might just be a little bit too big for what people want. The top piece is a lot of block placing on its own. Looks simple. That's right. Try and design to be simple. But it's tough. I think I might want to put the staircases in. So far, I haven't had any spiders actually land on this edge, which I thought they might. Okay, so what do I need to do? Turn off mob spawning? So, we'll try stair stepping the water. So, what we do is we would place in, we just raise this up. Then we put water on top of this. Actually, wait. Maybe I'll do slabs. I know the mobs will try to jump above it, jump over it, but I think that might. It would prevent them from getting out at least. I think even spiders wouldn't be able to get out, maybe? We'll see. I don't think anything gets stuck underneath of it either. Maybe chickens? Chicken jockeys? We will find out though. Let's do something like this. We have to have this water contained. Water shouldn't be able to go that direction. Yeah, I think that's the way I wanted it. Is actually, yeah, I think it's stair stepping downwards, right? And then it's ending up right there. Oh wait, that's not. Maybe that's not where I wanted it. Hold on. Water's going down, so if we make the waters go down a little bit sooner, I think we want that to be the center. We'd actually take out these. And I would probably put in gate here. The mobs don't catch on the edge. I think they can still catch on the edge of this though, which is kind of annoying. Yeah, it's silly how you have to do this. But it does make it flat. Spiders might end up on the edge of that. They might come across this on that edge. But we'll see. I think this is a little bit nicer than that over there. form is this? Do the command in the title. I think we should do the same on this side. Okay, let's just give it a try. Oh, I need to put the walls in. That reach. 1, 2, 4. So, is this 3 or maybe this is 4 now? Oh, okay. I guess it was. I think it was right actually the first time. Hey, T-Man. What I'm working on right now, check title. Okay, so we have to come in with this once again. Probably wall, then this. Okay. It's 3 by 4. That looks good. I think that's pretty good. Okay, let's turn on mob spawning again. And let's see how it does. Anybody see how that spider got there? How did that spider get there? How practical do you see this farm being? Well, it should be pretty practical. It does use quite a bit of Trap door. They can change redstone a little bit, make it cheaper. Spiders hopping on wall under the gate. Oh, right by the wooden gate, they hop on there. Hey, freeze. I can add one more wall for putting a gate in. Give a little bit less time for them to be able to reach it. How are we doing with mobcap? You like programming? I program sometimes for fun. Mobcap, we're sitting at 60, 70 lows. And again, like maybe people don't want it at mobcap. Really depends. Like if you build this farm above your base, then you kind of just want it running when you're doing other stuff. It won't be at mobcap because you'll be loading other things. If you have everything above it, then you do want a big enough mobcap. If I'm using new mobcap, yes, but the new mobcap is pretty much like the old. Snow down there is destroyed. Yeah, I'm mostly just paying attention to spiders right now. We'll get down there and clean that up a little bit. The programming language you use. I only work with Python now, hoping to get in Java. Making a new mob grain design, updating my old one actually, but yeah. Okay, so far I don't see any spiders. Let's remove the blocks there. How many floors does it have? It's 10 floors. What games you play other than Minecraft? Not really any other games. I have a lot of fun playing Minecraft. Okay, we've seen once where it did hit on the edge there. I mean, the edge is bigger than what it should be. Let's add... That could help there. We can also do that. Do get one spider land on that. I thought that might happen because they can't get pushed to the side a little bit. Could make the water a little bit longer. Actually, nothing's stopping us from doing that. So I got 50, 60 mob cap out of 70. Over 70 there. Okay. We put the water back by one. It really isn't going to cost us much more material-wise. Just move the water. Starts back. Oh, it's actually wanting to flow that direction. Kind of funny. It should reach the same. Could just stop spiders from dying on these ends here. Okay. Are these spawning rates artificially increased? No. No, I got AFK count up there. Yeah, spiders have probably been our biggest problem. Does that collection area at the bottom have to be that wide? We haven't got down there yet. We'll see how it goes. Or JavaScript. Let's... Most mobs are going to come in from this side. I would consider like this as the center right here. Let's mark this. Kind of where the center is. Let's remove this water. And now that we got the majority of the collection system, now that we're moving the mobs all to one kind of area, we can hopefully pick them all up with one water stream. We can remove that, remove this. Also switch out the floor. Okay, so the center is right there, so we want to let's put some blocks on that side of the center. So that was the center, then it was also, it was 4 wide. So a lot of them are ending up on this side. So I think we should add extra here, 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 and there. Okay, let's clear out the rest of... Tomika coming in with the host. Thanks so much for hosting. Get those easy raid points. Any mobs get past yet? Okay, got Creeper got pushed by. Think about making an iron farm inside of a building next to spawn. That should work. Big slime. Hey, Spider Live. Powder snow. Trying to minimize number of hoppers used. Oh yeah, we're supposed to also lower the floor. I have to actually lower it by 2 now. Does this still look good up here? I didn't see like, oh, I do got some loot in here, I'm not sure. Oh, spider's gonna... Oh, okay, so that's a bottom slab, and this is a top slab, so they can fit in between there, okay. So we can either put that as a full block, or we can put in walls here. Probably walls. Because walls would actually get spiders stuck underneath of it, and when it try to claim it. Okay, let's hop back down here again. We do need to go lower because of the witches, but we also need to raise the farm up. Ninja spiders. It's a glowing effect. Ooh, so some mobs do get pushed out. The witches don't count because we do need to lower it. I don't know how low we have to go for those. But yeah, let's clean up the rest of this because we definitely don't need all of this. Okay. And we don't need the rest of this side either. Okay. So, I just want to kill items, or maybe I can just pick them up, maybe. I want to see how far the items fall outside of the area. Here we got two extra blocks on that side. Here we just got one extra block. Maybe we should add another one on this side. We did get an arrow that fell off on that side. Get some items on top of that. Yeah, because like this side we have an extra gap of air. We probably need an extra one on this side. Okay, so hopefully that kind of holds all the items. And once we see kind of how the items are getting held, then we can see what kind of water shape we need to put in. How did mobs get way over there? Oh, I think the item just kind of squirted through the hole. There are always new mobs spawning. Yeah, because they're dying and then new mobs are spawning. Give players command block. Don't really need a command block. Give me effect mobs that spawn gets it immediately. Oh, you're talking about how they get the glowing effect? Yeah, there's just a command. I used it in my copper farms to kind of illustrate how they work in the video. So we get a couple items that fell outside. Hey, Quirky. How many farms you have built in this world? This is where I have all my 1.7, 1.17 farms, and I guess also thought about putting my 1.18 farms here too. So the witches don't count because we haven't lowered it down. I'm not sure the spiders got through. They might have just... Oh, that's kind of cool to watch the slime split. Okay, they just hit the edge. Maybe we should have it too thick on the edges. Depending on how big it is, we might just put in hoppers rather than powder snow. Probably what I'll do is just give the option to the player. They can either choose to put in powder snow bottom. If I do this, I think if it goes any farther, it'll despawn. How's the witch still alive? I didn't drop him far enough. That's one thing we had to fix. But I do want to move the whole farm up so it is similar to as if we built this underneath the ocean. We also want to get slimes then. You know how many creative worlds you have? I think we had like 400, but I deleted a bunch of them, so I think we're around 250. Also wouldn't have bats spawning in there too. I mean, we only got a few items that fell out. So how big is this platform? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess it's like 7. Still think that they're burning. Okay, so the water should reach across the whole thing. Probably the water that direction. I think we could, wouldn't hurt to go 1 block more towards the farm. Ah, shoot. Made that mistake again. Okay. All the items. And I think I can go 1 more, right? Yeah, I can go 1 more. Okay. Okay, and then what we do is we put in... So this would be the version where you're trying to minimize on hoppers. And we put in another water system down here. We just have 1 hopper at the end. Okay, and then put in water here. Yeah, they're dying on power snow. Power snow is just to minimize hoppers. If they fall from really high up, then they take damage from power snow. If the hoppers are too slow. That's true. Might take more than 1 hopper because of that. Usually the way I figure that out is I figure how many items per hour, and then I figure how many hoppers. Just work backwards. Players on power snow take damage. I think if we fall far enough, maybe not. That's just it. I can't remember. What's the goal of the farm? Just updating old farm. Hopper minecarts instead. Well, yeah, I use hopper minecarts on my old design. I was trying to avoid that because Hitting rails, people tend to have trouble getting tons of rails. Magma cubes, the mobs that survive. Oh, probably just try to figure out why the mobs are surviving. I think they're just getting pushed outside the area. Yeah, we could have something to try to kill them. Will they take magma cube or magma damage? He's in water. No? Oh, he's not. He's technically not on it. That's why. How much water do I have to make this? Oh, you can actually fit in between there, really? Just made the wall a little bit thicker. What else could we use? Oh yeah, I forgot babies can go through there. That's kind of funny. I mean, we don't even have to put that. We can just... Actually, wait, the mobs would despawn, so they wouldn't even be here, so... I don't think it's going to be a problem. But again, I would like them to die. I'll try to figure out how they're getting past it. Is it the one thin powder snow, or are they just completely missing it? Okay, looks like they're just completely missing it. Means it's gonna cost more powder snow. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. I think we can lower down the snow by 1. That won't help the witch thing. Hoppers. Just I'm getting pushed outwards. Either despawn, it'd be like this, which is kind of cool looking. Cool thing is, like, they're dying, but they're actual despawning too. Their death animation's despawning, so you get the loot, but actually makes it slightly faster. The death animation I think takes 1 whole second. Freeze them death, that'd be really slow. Using cocoa beans to kill them. That would be different than other blocks. Why is it doubled up? Because they're moving so fast that the game sometimes lets them get through before they take damage. And this is actually ideal. have them. They're technically hitting and dropping their loot, but they're also despawning. So we lose their death animation. So we actually get faster spawns. Like we're only in the 50s now for mob cap instead of being 60s. We freed up about 10 mobs by doing this. The downside is that mobs that do get past don't get killed. They technically just despawn. I mean, it's not a big deal. You do lose out. It is a simple farm. It's not going to be perfect. You kind of have to weigh the pros and cons. Yeah, cleaning the mob cap faster. In this case, we just like pay attention to items. Most items are getting hit by it. Yeah, next thing is like figuring out if the hoppers can even keep up. Probably not. Hoppers are only 9,000 items per hour. That's the thing, you don't know how many hoppers to put in. Because it depends on the little change that you make to the farm. You can see the mobs that would normally get through. I mean, you could avoid that by putting out more powder snow. But is it really worth it? Like, that zombie was way over here. I guess you could put in a little bit of funnel. It's probably a spider that pushed him out. Spiders are pretty big and they push them about. I guess it can't have to be in this mode for them to miss. Trying to see where they get pushed out at. Do 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 do. Yeah, I really don't. I just don't see it happen. How am I missing it? Okay, that creeper is just barely pushed out. That zombie might have went right through. Baby's pushed up pretty far. Whoa, we got an Ulruf raid. Holy muggers, welcome in raiders. Thanks so much for bringing your community over here, Ulruf. How was your stream? What was Ulruf up to? Battle Pandas raid. Here comes in all the Battle Pandas. Look at those sweet emotes. Oh, I really like that really big exclamation mark you put beside it. That's really cool. Welcome in, everybody. How was your raid? How was your stream? Thanks for raiding. If you guys don't know who Ulruf is, he is one of the Mojang developers for the Java team. Called Ulruf Panda Alert. That's really cool. I like that. Like the whole alert thing. Bring your attention to something. We get a shout out for Ulruf. Do we have any stream mods in chat? Hey, Agent M, how goes it? How's everybody doing? I can do the shout out. There's a shout out to Ulrich. Click that link, drop him a follow over there. Drop him a follow over there at his channel. You guys can check out his streams when he is live. Great way to show support for other Minecraft players, especially the Mojang developers who put a lot of work into trying to make the game fun for everybody, not just some players, but most all players. And a raid, welcome in Amanda. Also we got White Wolf, Black Moons, Agent M himself. Got Ulruf, the man, Necessary, coming in. Chrono. Welcome in everybody. HM says we played some mini games with viewers. Oh, that's really cool. What type of mini games did you play? Were they chosen by the players, or was it something that Ulruf enjoyed on Realms? Nice. Was it like a map with a whole bunch of different types? Yeah, they'll make it so that your worlds can update to 1.18 and stuff like that. They pay attention to that stuff nowadays. In the past, it was kind of janky the way that world's updated, but now they put a lot of attention to that. Oro says stream was fun. We played some mini games with the viewers. Even found a really fun WAF fighting map. Wait, I don't know what that word is. Wave. Andrian coming in with 100 biddies. Holy muggers. He says, cool raise. Deserves it. Thank you so much for the 100 biddies. I really appreciate that. Andre, thanks so much. You get there up on the biddy board. I think you're number 1 on the biddy board. Pretty amazing. Oh, wave. Okay. Co-wave fighting map. Oh, that's really cool. You know, I kind of remember like when the whole wave thing kind of came out back in the day for maps. I thought it was really cool, but I haven't really seen it so much recently. I was wondering how they're going to handle the bedrock changes. Because they just dodge it by making our worlds null. I have no clue how bedrock works. I'm guessing they do stuff very similar to Java. Woke up at 10 p.m. Holy muggers. Rain Ben says he gives up on the biddy battle. We're just watching, updating my general mob farm for everybody who joined the raid. We're just watching it currently, looking for any kind of mistakes, anything that we can improve upon. We're trying to make it simple and cheap, kind of early game. You can post a link. You can post the links on my Discord. The bot doesn't like links to be posted here. Yeah, there's a special channel on my Discord for people that want to post your own videos or your builds and stuff like that. There's a special spot for that. Snow blocks are disappearing. Uh-oh. Yeah, thank you, Oro, so much for bringing your community over. Yeah, there's accidentally... I think there's a skylight here, so mobs think they can burn. Kind of got glitched out. Yeah, that wouldn't happen normally in a world. I think it's just because I use the amulet to move some blocks around. But the farm itself, I think, is going good. Not sure the items got that far. Pretty far for the items to fall. But it's working good. Show you guys the farm. Which is the best creeper farm? Depends on your needs. You want like a fast farm? Do you want an efficient farm? Want an easy to build farm? A lot of options. Could you estimate about how many walls, slabs, trapdoors you need for this? I'm not too sure. There is... Amulet actually does have a program to calculate that. I think you can also calculate it with Lightmatica. But yeah, the farm is just flushing water, alternating Warlog trapdoors, and then we just push them into this little kind of water bulb thingy. Get them kind of the center. I'm just trying to minimize the amount of hoppers it takes to collect items. But I want to use powder snow. What the heck is he doing? Oh, he's actually on top of that. Oh. I might need to... I might need to do this. Didn't know they would stand on top of that. Yeah. Powder snow is expensive too, we found out. Yeah. Because, like, before we had a huge row of powder snow, they're landing on it. But, we said it's like 200 powder snow. So you either have to put a whole bunch of cauldrons out, collect powder snow. That still takes up, what do you say, like 8 shulker boxes full of powder snow. So it just takes up a lot of room. Very hard to collect. Takes a lot of buckets. Buckets are expensive because iron takes to hold them. Takes room to transport them. It'd be hard to build this early game without either a whole bunch of iron or a bunch of shulker boxes. Even at 1 to 18 using naturally bound powder snow. So to try to avoid the amount of powder snow or hoppers, we put in this little waterfall thing to push them to the center. And then from here we just use less powder snow, but still that's quite a bit. I mean, what is that? We got 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 or so. 15, I mean that's like a row and a half of your inventory just full of powder snow. You can make this as large as you want. Well, we're pretty close to the mob cap for a single player. We're sitting at 60, 70, so we're actually pretty close to mob cap. I don't think anything else is loaded. We were down to 50, but now we're at 70, so I don't know. I don't think I changed anything. It can fluctuate a little bit. But then again, like, you don't have to build this large. It's 10 layers. You could do less. The one thing that we have left on the farm is just trying to figure out how many items it produces, and then based on that, we would put in how many hoppers. I'm not sure how many it's going to take. Kind of cool. One of the coolest thing about this is that the mobs are actually despawning after they drop their loot. They're actually hitting the powder snow. They're dying. They drop their items, but then their death animation takes another whole second. But by that time, they're outside of the sphere around the player, so they actually despawn. So we can actually minimize the death animation, which technically actually still counts the mob cap. So by avoiding that, we can actually increase the mob cap by about 10 more mobs. Random emote says ton. That's a good one. Can you show top to bottom? Yeah. So the top part is probably the most expensive part. Just a lot of block placing. Very time consuming. We did try to cut the corners out, just make it a little bit cheaper on the blocks. But now in 1.18, you do have to make sure that's really dark. I mean, completely dark in there. So we did have to go with a full size, I don't know what I call it, umbrella. I'm not sure about the redstone. We might change that up. Currently, we're powering it from the top down. It does take some sticky pistons. I might cheapen it up by doing torches and doing it from the bottom up. I could go from top down with torches too, but yeah, I don't know. It's just easier if I go bottom up with torches. Takes quite a few trapdoors. Trapdoors are kind of expensive. Redstone's not so bad to get. The block materials, not hard to get. You'll get that many block materials just by doing some caving. You got the Gordy one, nice. Posted the video on the Discord. Says tech, yeah, you can ask people to help you over their tech. I might not get around to seeing it, so just ask some other people on the Discord. Check it out. So I don't know, the farm isn't too bad. I would like to put the farm on both sides, like mirror kind of thing. The downside is to If I mirror the farm and put this whole farm on this side, you can use the same redstone system to power both of them, but the downside is you have to have two different collection systems. So then you'd want to mirror it over here and use the same water collection system, which isn't bad, but we're already sitting at mob cap, so you really don't need to make it any bigger. And like the most expensive part is this top piece, so you try to fit as much of the farm underneath of it, because the more layers you can fit underneath of it, you can justify placing in all these blocks. So I could potentially build the farm half as wide, but then just make it twice as tall. Then this top platform would be smaller. The farm speed should be pretty much the same, especially at 1.18 if they come in with the mob spawning same throughout. We're having a big spawn or big slime spawns. Yeah, farm currently is down low. We'll move it up. We're playing with Java. Okay, so things that are left to figure out is how many items it produces per hour, how many hoppers it put in. Might change up the redstone in the back. It is a lot of pistons, and they're sticky, meaning slime, which is expensive. But for the most part, it looks good. If I can get a nice picture of this. Okay, let's get a picture, I guess. So I think it turned out good. You know my PC specs? I think if you do exclamation mark specs. We didn't have any more spiders get caught on the sides. Fix that problem. Is that just a visual thing with the water look like it gets stuck back in the corner? Oh yeah, just visual. Yeah, no, I think the farm turned out good. This might be some minor tweaks. Off. I don't know anything about this. Either have to put in powder snow or put in hoppers. I mean, you can see, like that guy missed it, and those babies somehow missed it. Could put in more powder snow, but it just makes it more expensive. It's kind of funny how we got one of each mob. Oh, yeah, I do need to lower it down for witches. I forgot about that part. Or I got to raise the top part up. Maybe I can lower this. But yeah, eventually I'm gonna raise everything up. Should try making a farm using block 36. Block 36 is really annoying to work with. You ever try generating block 36? Oh. Especially on a large scale. Very annoying. But yeah, I mean, making a block 36 farm wouldn't be difficult at all. I mean, not block 36 farm. Is that what you're saying? Or you're saying making a mob farm using block 36? That wouldn't be hard because it's similar to trapdoors. You could just use it to make mobs think that they can walk off of stuff, and they just walk over top of it. Maybe survive the fall. Yeah, it's because of how the game calculates them hitting blocks. They move so fast that I think they believe they go right through it. You build it underground, would you have a chute? Probably, because you'd probably be removing blocks, and then you would just not remove blocks to save you work. You can farm using block 36 slimes and survive. Yeah, I mean it's not hard to use. Make a farm using block 36. It's very similar to trapdoors. For mobs, they can walk on it. They think it's a full block, but they think they can also. Yeah, they think it's a full block, but they end up walking through it, kind of thing. So kind of similar to trapdoors, but a little bit nicer. I've used it before in farms, but I usually take it out before I show the final farm design, just because it's not even worth trying to get people to explain to people how to use block 36 or how to generate it. Ooh, this might be a good screenshot up here too. I think that is pretty good. Just some final touch-ups. Always the final touch-ups that take the most time. Let's see. I got this there. If you guys haven't already, make sure to check out my other social links. I'll put them there in the chat as well. Make sure you're following me over on YouTube, because I will be doing a tutorial video on this farm once it's finished over there. So have that bell notification turned on so you don't miss out on future videos as well as future farms. We have been streaming for 3 hours now. Longer than I was anticipating, but that's okay. We accomplished quite a bit. I do have farms over on my YouTube channel for every single item in the game Minecraft, so check out all those playlists. Also got playlists showing cool tricks and tips and glitches, and I got another playlist showing different different snapshot reviews. You guys can check out what's all new with 1.18, and also got Let's Play episodes over there, so make sure to check that all out. I do have a Discord for you guys who haven't already. Make sure to click that Discord link. We are trying to reach that 7,000 member goal, so I really appreciate it if you guys would join the party over there. Who should we raid? We could raid Jessamama. I raided her for a while. She was playing her hardcore world last time, looks like. I'm not sure what she's doing now. Jessie is... Yes, she's on a hardcore world. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll raid her. She's doing some ocean monument. Should be fun, guys. Stick around for the raid. As always, we always like to pass on the fun by showing you guys more streamers here on YouTube doing the fun stuff. So Jesse is at it. You guys ready to go raiding? Playing our hardcore world. Day over 2,000 days on the world. He's currently running through a swamp in the middle of the night. Must be pretty confident. Okay, we'll head over there with a raid. I want to thank you guys so much for sticking during this stream as we design up this farm. Let's see if we get all 105 of you guys and join in raid. It's always fun to raid as a big party, even if you have to head off and do something else over the night. Stick around at least for a couple more seconds so we can raid at least 100 people. Everybody join in the raid. But yeah, thanks guys for so much for joining the stream. Had a lot of fun. Thanks for all the subs, the bits, the donation from Bad Wolf. I really appreciate it. Got the raid from Ulruf. We might be having a new snapshot this week. It might be actual official snapshot. So look forward to that. Probably this Wednesday. We do got a Wednesday stream. Look for that.